Almost 200 years before Bilbo Baggins found the ring, there lived Hera, a would-be shield maiden of Rohan and the daughter of King Helm Hammerhand. One day, a Dunlending lord named Freka comes to King Helm's hall with his son Wolf, who is Hera's childhood friend. Freka is upset that Helm decided to arrange the marriage of Hera to a lord of Gondor and tries to convince Helm to arrange marriage between Wolf and Hera in order to usurp Rohan's throne. Wolf wishes to marry Hera, but she doesn't want to marry anyone. The argument between Helm and Freka ends in a fist fight outside the hall, during which Helm unintentionally kills Freka with a single blow, earning him the nickname Hammerhand. Wolf, who is devastated, tells Helm that he will seek revenge for this before leaving. After a few years, while traveling, Hera and her cousin Freelaf encounters a dead Southron warrior who is a tamer of Mumikil. The warrior's Mumak suddenly appears and attacks them. Hera takes it to its death by luring it to a forest lake where a watcher in the water eats it. Targ, who was one of Freka's generals, was following her, and he kidnaps her. She is taken to Isengard, where she sees Wolf and discovers that Wolf has become High Lord of the Dunlendings, a host of hill tribe rebels. She tells Wolf that she will marry him if he stops his attack on Rohan, but Freelaf and her aunt Alwyn rescues her from there. Wolf then invades Rohan. Meanwhile, Freelaf tells Helm that they should evacuate Edoras to Dunharrow Fortress. Helm thinks that Freelaf is a coward and casts him out. Helm then prepares for battle after Lord Thorn promises to raise men. But Thorn is actually planning to betray Helm, and Hera discovers this. So Thorn tries to kill her, but Hera kills him with the help of her horse. As battle begins, Hera evacuates Edoras to the Hornburg after realizing that her father has been betrayed and his army is outnumbered. During the battle, Wolf kills Helm's elder son Haleth and captures his second son Hama, and then kills him in front of Helm, who offered to die in his place. Later, Wolf begins a siege of the Hornburg which lasts the winter, and builds a huge siege tower. Helm, who is wounded and filled with grief, sneaks out at night through a secret passage to kill Wolf's forces using only his fists. After a few days, Hera finds Helm and helps him kill a troll. She also sees two orcs from Mordor who are taking rings from the dead, as instructed by their master. Helm then takes Hera back to the Hornburg's gates, but Wolf and his forces reaches there and attacks them. Helm remains behind to cover Hera's escape and fights them the entire night, and dies as he frozen standing up, knees unbent. Later, Hera sends an eagle bearing Helm's armor to Freelaf, asking for his help. Then, dressed in an old bridal dress, Hera rides onto the siege tower bridge that Wolf has just lowered and challenges him to combat, to distract him and his army from the people of Rohirrim escaping through the secret passage. She then defeats Wolf and demands him to surrender. Targ, who had already told Wolf to call off the siege, agrees with her, but Wolf kills him. Freelaf and his men arrives at this moment and uses Helm's horn and armor to scare the Dunlendings into believing Helm has returned from the grave. The Dunlendings believes this and flees. Meanwhile, Wolf attacks Hera, but she fights back and chokes him to death with a shield and ends the war. The Valley of the Hornburg and its stronghold gets named after Helm after this. Freelaf becomes the new king, and Saruman the White becomes the new keeper of Isengard, and he offers friendship to Freelaf. Hera, who is uninterested in ruling, goes off with Alwyn to seek adventure, with the first one being meeting Gandalf, who has questions about the orcs she saw collecting rings. Hera's remaining life was wild and free.